Good afternoon and welcome to Ben Bolt Stadium, John Coker Field for this Saturday afternoon makeup game. It's not a makeup game, but a fill-in game because Algonac unfortunately had to cancel their varsity season this year on this weekend celebrating good old days. Lots of great activities going down. I believe it's the 75th annual. Matt Ricks runs that, has a great crew, and I'm sure all hands on deck with Rachel Churchill and Jen Hill and their whole Ricks family. It's a great event, great city. It's beautiful weather. Glad for them. Kid parade this morning. Grand parade tomorrow. Has hundreds of bands. It's the largest parade with bands in the state of Michigan. We had some technical difficulty there with our Star Spangled Banner. Flags at half staff to honor September 11th, 2001. The crowd took over singing when the anthem cut out, and that was beautiful and gorgeous to hear. The other thing I noticed when that was happening, in the far parking lot, a car pulled over. Everyone got out, stood attention to the flag. Fantastic country we live in. Fortunate, freedom, all those that have lost their lives protecting it, so we can sit here and watch a high school football game on a Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock during one of the best carnivals in the state of Michigan. Good old days. It's always a fun time. Jason Robbins on camera and our producer today. My partner's not here yet. It's always a busy weekend. Maybe they're caught up in traffic. We'll see. If not, I can do it solo. Keith Bartels, Jason Robbins on camera to my left. We start off with the kick. It's Squibbler, goes to Harris. Harris taken down by number 9 to about the 37-yard. Let's see where they spot it. 36-yard line, 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Detroit Prep Academy, like I said, was an add-on game. They had a opening this weekend. Blue Devils had an opening rather than just take the forfeit win. It's good to have a competition today because you want those playoff points come the end of the year with the new playoff format. We have twins to Benetti's right, single back. Play's going to start off with a 5-yard penalty. Hard count gets Prep to jump off sides.
Against the Panthers.
Be 1st and 5. So it's interesting to see here. This might be one of those situations where the Blue Devils, being 1st and 5, see if they try to hit a home run here or play it safe up the middle. Handoff given to Bergeron. He gains about 8 yards. Gets to the 49, 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Nice run. This is the 58th festival here in Richmond. They big fireworks show tonight. There's championship derby, a carnival, main stage acts, dunk tank, and fireworks tonight. It's going to be a great night. Tomorrow, Sunday, is always the big car show and, of course, the grand parade. Benetti gives it counter coming this way. Sniffed out by 81. Nice tackle. Gain of 1 for Bergeron. 81, nice tackle there. Shedded his blocker. To counter with the backside guard pulling this way. 2nd and 9. We have Bergeron behind Benetti. Simmons at the H-back. Pastuchin near side. Graham and Stricker far side. Inside handoff again. 15 on the tackle. Bergeron. Gain of 4. Bring up 3rd and 5.
For the Panthers. That'll make a 3rd down and about 6 yards to go.
Frick coming in at halfback.
35.
I think this is an equipment issue. Graham coming out, Harris going in. Let's see here. 3rd and 5, going to try to maybe draw him off sides. Trap this way, Benetti keeping it. Has Simmons, good for a 1st down, gain of about 15, taken down by 15. Play action opened up Simmons for a nice pitch and catch. Stricker and Graham coming in. Number 3 Northam was the outside receiver on that. We have Twins near side. It's going to be a false start on Frick. The ball's on the ground. Frick started a little early there, 38. The illegal shifts the call. That's because he was moving forward, trying to hold himself up, but he was moving forward as that ball was snapped. So, got to get that corrected. First, puts him behind the chains. 1st and 15. Got a late crowd trickling in here a little bit. Like I said, it's just scheduled this week. Need the playoff points. Say you're 6 and 3, 7 and 2, 5 and 4. The forfeit would just give you a win, and it wouldn't give you any playoff points. With a win or a loss, we're going to win. But with a loss or win, you get additional points. Benetti with the keeper. Goes down at about the 20-yard line. Coach Misko, there's probably, when he watches the film there, will tell Benetti to slide. Kind of went down awkwardly.
Ball at the Panther 20-yard line.
If you're going to give yourself up, slide so they can't hit you. 1st and 10 from the 20. Twins far side, Pastuchin near side. We got a timeout. Blue Devils, 8:47 to go, 1st quarter. As you watch this game, you will not see the sunset. This is a 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Great day for football. Detroit Prep Academy, I believe this is their 5th or 6th year of existence. 2-0 coming in here. The Blue Devils are 1-1. Suffered a tough defeat last week against Croswell. Croswell played Armada last night and came up victorious to put themselves in a good position for a Blue Water Area Conference championship run. North Branch Broncos pounded Yale last night. I was told 55-0. So North Branch is looking like they're legit contenders this year as well. And Elmont, who's always been in the BWAC race the last 15 or 10 years, looks to be tough as well. So Blue Water Area Conference is going to have a lot of really good football games coming up. Blue Devils return to Blue Water Area Conference action next week at Yale. Benetti, Bergeron behind him, takes a 3-step drop from that. Ball is up. Number 10 should have been picked, but it was dropped. Number 10 had a for sure interception. I don't know if he was hit as he was throwing it. The ball came out funny.
Ball spotted at the 20 after the incompletion.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Let's see what Misco has coming here. Probably going to keep it on the ground. You know, to quote old Woody Hayes and Bo Schembecker kind of had the same philosophy. When you throw the ball, 3 things can happen. 2 of them aren't good. So your odds are not high. See if he keeps it on the ground, and he does. Because they have not had an answer. That's 3-yard gain. Besides that second play when 81 got Bergeron for only 1. Blue Devils have been able to run it at will. See the helicopter going around Richmond. I'm sure it's helicopter rides for the Good Old Days Festival. If you have never been out to Good Old Day Festival, by the time you're watching this, it's going to be over. I recommend going next year for the 59th. Twins to the right of Benetti. Pastushin, inside handoff. Bergeron gets it down to the 10. That's going to be a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. Red zone trip, Detroit Prep Academy.
But it's enough for a Blue Devil first down, and it's ball spotted on the
backs against the wall here. 1st and goal. See what the Blue Devils have. Again, I think Coach Misco will stay relatively conservative here with the almost pick. Twins with Stricker and Graham to the right. Graham in the slot. Bergeron behind Benetti. Pastushin to the left. Inside handoff, Bergeron, 78. Comes in almost untouched. Maybe a loss of a half a yard. We'll call it 1st and goal from the 10, or 2nd and goal from the 10. Definitely a misassignment there. 78 came in untouched.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Bartolomucci running the play in here for a tight end set, perhaps, versus that H-back. Northam running in for Stricker. So here we go. This might be a fade right route or a slant route. You got trips to the right, run them off, and have Northam slide underneath on the slant. We'll see. Inside handoff, 78, another nice play.
Bergeron with the ball, maybe getting it to the 9, brought down by number 78.
Somebody's got to figure out where he's coming from and who's missing their assignment. That's a nice play. 3rd and goal. Maybe gain that foot back. Gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous. Up here in the booth, best seat in the house. Jason Robbins to my left. Keith Bartels bringing you this first half. Blue Devils had the ball so far for 7 minutes. Benetti 3-step drop, slant route. Gets Graham. Pitch and catch, Graham wide open. He had that long runoff last week for a touchdown. Bright spot for the Blue Devils. Put on the speed, did a nice job. Got Matty Eunice on for the kick. Bergeron with the hold. 3rd and goal from the 10. He had to throw it there. Kick is away, and it is good. Blue Devils 7, University of Detroit Prep nothing. 5:47 to go. Blue Devils had that for good part of 6 minutes. More than closer to 7. Matty Eunice has the win behind him. I'm sure Coach Misco said put it in the end zone, make him start at the 20. Well, if you're Detroit Prep, you're not terribly disappointed. I mean, yeah, you gave up a touchdown, but it took 7 minutes. It wasn't a quick strike. They came down and moved the ball and got some big third down plays, but they weren't necessarily dominated on it, so they're feeling fairly decent about themselves. Defensively now for the Blue Devils, talking with Coach Misko earlier, they want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. I guess he's pretty fast. He's a burner. Limited big plays and fire off the ball on both offense and defense. Matty Eunice's kick's a line drive kick. It's going to be fielded at the 4-yard line. Noah Harris gets into about the 25-yard line return, number 1. Nice hit by Harris. He's got to be careful with that, though. I'm sure Coach Misko will talk to him. When you launch and you leave your feet, he didn't quite leave his feet, but sometimes if you leave your feet and you launch to protect players in football, high school, college, and pros, that launching, that tough crunch course stuff that we grew up watching on Sports Illustrated and the big hits are outlawed or illegal now to protect the players, to make it safer. We have tight end to the right, twins behind number 7, flanker right and left. Drops back to pass. He's a lefty. He's tackled. The ground caused it. He's calling him down. Bergeron gets him from the weak side. Good play. Corner safety blitz. Number 7 didn't see him coming. Could have been very deadly. Could have been big mistake for Prep. It is with the fact that they lost 12 yards, but they didn't lose the ball. So 2nd and 22.
Second down, 22 yards to go, ball spotted.
You can have some fans sprinkling in here on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. You see some umbrellas out, but they're for the sun. Inside handoff. Gain of about 3. Taken down by Murphy.
Brought down in there by number 41.
Murphy in on that tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 19. Some dangerous territory here with 4 and 28 to go.
3rd and about 19 yards to go.
Obviously, they want to get the first down, but they want to get some more. Not that the punter's in danger. His feet won't be in the end zone, but he's punting against the wind. Ball's on the ground. Quarterback eventually does fall on it. It was on the turf for a while.
For the Panthers, but it's going to
43 for the Blue Devils.
Ball being spotted back at the 10-yard line.
Was on it, it looked like, but another loss on the play. 3 plays, 3 losses for the Blue Devils. Let's see who that. We don't have a roster up here. I want to see who number 43 is. High snap, punter gets it. It's partially blocked. Blue Devils are going to get the ball. I don't think he can return. Oh, I guess he can. Touchdown, Harris. Nobody jumped on it. Special teams play.
And about the 3 and ran it in from the 3.
So it was partially blocked and it rolled to about the 8-yard line, and Noah Harris had enough wherewithal to pick it up and return it for a touchdown. Nice play for the senior. Pound for pound, one of the toughest kids out there. Well, that definitely went the Blue Devil way. Detroit Prep did not want that to happen. That was disastrous. But after 2 losses on plays, Matty Eunice end over end kick is good. Getting a little bit of penetration on those kickoffs, so that's something else. You know, as you know, I was watching the JV game the other night. Coach Evans constantly coaching, and you can hear him up here, and And it's great to see, and that's something that it's not being critical of the kids or the team. It's just you got to improve. Okay, even when things are going well for you, you have to improve. You have to get better. You have to study film. You have to break it down, and it's constructive criticism. Even in great plays, there's always plays for improvement. You know, whether a block was missed but we still made a great play, or whether we're not doing our right assignment but we still scored a touchdown. You have to break that down because you want to be a great team. You don't want to be a good team. High pooch kick by Matty Eunice, fielded by number 5. He goes down the 35-yard line. 43 is Peters.
It'll be 1st and 10, Panthers, ball being spotted at
Lucas Peters in there at linebacker with Murphy. Harris.
1st and 10, Panthers, ball spotted at their own
Simmons.
36-yard line.
Frick on this near side corner. We have Akins, Bartolomucci, and Burgett out there. They call it an incomplete pass. Wasn't sure that wasn't backwards, but
pass goes incomplete.
We have Bernil out there at corner, far side. Browning on the near side. Harris at safety. Scored that last touchdown. Murphy, the senior leader of those linebackers. Number 41, 42. Bergeron also at safety. See what Detroit Prep Panthers have. They have twins to the left, twins to the right. Single back by 7. Inside handoff, nice move. 5 running over.
5 gets it over the 40 to the 41.
And there's a coachable moment right there. He gained 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. Coachable moment there is, I don't know who he ran over there, number 5. Big kid, nice looking running back, fairly quick, but you can't. You have to be moving forward. You have to be pursuing when you make a tackle. When you're flat-footed and somebody's coming at you, I don't care how good you are, you're going to get run over. Direct pitch to number 11, taken down by Simmons. Nice play. Coming in off that weak side. If that was a weak side linebacker stunt.
The 36-yard line, and it's going to make it fourth down.
Number 11, not the quarterback. It's kind of a direct snap to the running back. I believe they're going to punt here. At 4th and 10, 6-yard loss. Graham going back to receive. He's dangerous. 7, quarterback coming in. They're going for it. Graham, a good corner as well, will just come up and be the corner on the near side. Good tackle there by Browning. Gain of 4. Not enough for the first down. Nice job by Browning. They wanted, Detroit Prep wanted to get that ball out in space there and make a play, but Browning did a nice job with contain. If they get around him, they might make the first down depending on the backside pursuit. Nice play. Defense has been sharp all year except for last week against Croswell. A bit overwhelmed, but Croswell they were impressive where the Blue Devils and Coach Misko want to get to, and the key to that is the weight room. Benetti, receiver right and left. Hand off to Bergeron.
42 Bergeron with the ball, getting it down.
Gain of about 5.
To about the 34.
Give it 2nd and 5.
By number 14 for the Panthers.
Good run. I thought maybe Misko would go to the air there, but
about a 5-yard gain. It's going to make it 2nd.
Going to play it a little conservative.
Ball spotted at the 34.
S-Link, they're hoping to get S-Link back by the North Branch game. Senior leader, stud. Twins near side, Benetti back to pass. Going over the middle to Bartolomucci. It's caught. Nice catch. Nice run. Bartolomucci refused to go down. Took 5 or 6 Panthers. And you got Haynes, the center, running in there at the end to push the pile.
12-yard line of the Panthers.
Nice route, wide open. Benetti hit him in stride. Good play. So we got Twins near side. Graham Pastuch and Benetti keeps it. Benetti's taken down at about the half-yard line. I think if he would have cut that up, he would have made it, tried to beat him to the corner. The corner over there did a nice job of shedding his block. That's one of those situations where if you can get to the angle, get there. Happened to me in high school. That's going to end of the first quarter. One time I tried to get to the corner, and I had about a split second where I should have cut it up, and I would have made it in. Instead, I tried to get it to the corner. Very similar play, and the pursuing corner beat me to the corner and hit me out of bounds at about the half-yard line. Same situation there, and that's a good coaching situation. Good play, you know, nobody was out there. But as you're running and as that corner is taking that angle to beat you to the corner is when you have the advantage if you cut up, because he's trying to pursue you so bad and he's angling to his left so bad. If you cut back, he won't be able to gather his feet and his momentum to stop your momentum from getting into the end zone. But up 14-0. Looking like, you know, a play like that is a learning play for a future game for when it matters in the fourth quarter. You're tied with somebody, it's gut check time or overtime. It's better to learn it in a game that you should win and you're most likely going to win versus learning it and not experience it until you're in that situation when it matters. But again, the running backs coach or the quarterback's coach will work on that and tell him what his options were there because he is young. So we have Pastuch and split left, Stricker near side, Bergeron behind Benetti, Simmons the H-back. Seem right here just going to give it to Bergeron and let him get in there. They tried, he didn't. It'll be second and goal. It was first and goal from the 1. It'll be second goal from the 2. Jason Robbins, our photographer and producer to my left. Looks like I'm going to be solo today. Keith Bartell is bringing you Richmond football. Good old days weekend. Beautiful day. Sun is out. Sparse crowd, but that can be expected on a good old days weekend. And it was a late add-on this week. Benetti, Bergeron behind him, gives it to him. Bergeron gets in. 11-19, 11-14. Blue Devils 20. University of Detroit Prep 0. Well, if you're University of Detroit Prep, you have to get something going. You get the ball after halftime. Certainly not out of this. Bergeron to hold. If I think that was number 15 or 9 that came in there. If he would have laid out, he might have been able to block that. So again, we talk about things that even though you're up 21-0, things that you need to work on, and they're going to look at the film and see something there with how he got in there so easy or untouched. Just ask Louisiana State losing to Florida State on a blocked extra point. Coach Kelly there, former Notre Dame coach who's at LSU, getting that special teams block. Florida State, they look like a pretty good team, but LSU didn't have much time, and they get down and score a touchdown, which should have been a game-tying touchdown, but the extra point, something that should be automatic, something that many times is overlooked or not taken serious at practice, gets blocked, and that's the difference of a win and loss and maybe a chance at the playoffs. Pooch kick. Ball's on the ground. 11 gets it to about the 35-yard line.
And number 11 took that short kick, getting it back to about the 35-yard line. Brought down.
I think Coach Misko's thoughts here is to pooch kick it so that because Detroit Prep hasn't shown the ability to move the ball. So pinning them down into the 20 or inside the 20 on a kickoff is kind of, they've gone away from that philosophy because the team can't move the ball. So if they get it at the 20 or 35, 40, they're sacrificing that to try to maybe get a quick turnover. And they're also kicking against the wind, which is tough. Number 7 under center, twin backs behind him. Double tight, inside handoff. 5 has some room. Gain of 5. 5's not a bad looking back. Had a hole there, gained 5. Took a couple Blue Devils to tackle him.
Led by number 35.
Simmons is looking at that thumb, up 21-0 with a hurt thumb. I'm wondering how far or when they pull him, the trigger to pull him. I would think sooner than later. The game's not over with, don't get me wrong, but you want to protect him for the future. Toss to 11. He's got some space out there. Nice hard run. Looked like Bergeron might have gotten him, had the angle on him, but strong run there by 11. Good thing there is 11's got some speed. It looked like he had a lot more than just 5 yards. Good pursuit by the Blue Devil linebackers and safeties to limit that to just 5. They want to attack that outside in. He gets outside. We're talking a tighter ball game. Handoff 11, off tackle. Bergeron comes up nicely. Gains 5 though. 5, so it's 2nd and 5. It's one of those situations where that for one of the first couple plays of the game, Bergeron had that sack. Great play, but Bergeron playing linebacker last year on the JV level is a good tackler. But now that he's playing strong safety or weak side safety, you know, you don't want your weak side safety to be your leading tackler. Then that means the running backs are getting into that second tier. So here we go. It's 2nd and 5 from the 50. Detroit Prep have a little bit going here. They've had some bad luck with a blocked punt that went for an 8-yard touchdown run. Nice tackle. Harris gains 3. Harris saved a big gain on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Harris, number 2. Coming in to assist on that, number 23.
It's definitely a gorgeous day. Fall is in the air. It gets cool at night. It's definitely fall football weather. Keith Bartels, Jason Robbins with me today. He's on camera, and our producer does an excellent job for Richmond TV and also runs class for Richmond schools. Covers all of Richmond City events and quite a few Richmond Community Schools events. Preston Trent giving me some water here. Nice run there by 11 off tackle. So again, the first quarter, all Blue Devils in that block punt. Some field position issues. Blue Devils have done well. I'm joined here now, special guest Preston Trent. How you doing, Preston?
Good. Thanks for having me, Keith.
Great day, absolute fantastic day for football. The crowd's a little a little smaller than we'd like it, of course, but you expect that on a good old days weekend.
Yeah, I mean it's just football today.
Right.
No band. They're up at the fair doing stuff. Cheerleaders, I was told by Coach Mathis, are volunteering, but just some football in its purest form today.
Yeah, a good thing as an ex-AD myself. And you're doing a fantastic job already, and you will be doing it. You were in school when I was the AD, which makes me feel old. But as an AD, you have a young football team that's up and coming, decent. You have a good JV. The program's hopefully moving in the right direction. We believe it is. And Misco's big on the weight room, which is the difference. We saw that last week with Croswell, and these kids will get there. We've always won with great coaching and great kids and attitude and hard work, and we just got to get a little bit stronger.
Right. Yeah, we're putting some muscle behind the hustle.
Right, in that weight room there. But as a former AD, I know you hate it when Algonac cancels.
Yes.
You're scrambling. Who can we pick up? Because when we were in the STA, we had to pick up a game like week 3 or week 7 because our schedule wasn't full because the smaller teams in STA wouldn't play us. But in the days of playoff points, you need points. Yeah, it would have been nice to get the win from Algonac not having a team, but you don't get any of those extra points.
Right. Yeah, so that was actually it was funny. It was Labor Day and I was at Menards doing some home improvement stuff. And I got a call from Coach Mathis that a coach had contacted him about this game, and he's like, "Hey, can we get it done?" And I'm like, "Well, let me make some calls and we'll get it done." So we got great officials. Gary, our assigner, did a phenomenal job communicating with me all week, just getting a crew out here. And he's like, if you get it, he goes, Friday will be tough, but Saturday I can get you a crew. And we got a great crew out there today.
Yeah, this is Hartley, the white hat here. He's a retired administrator. This is his first year not working. He's been a teacher, a principal, central office, official, coach, great guy. You do have a great crew out here today.
Yeah, yep. And Prince down here working the line. I know him real well. Long-time coach at Lance Cruz, and I believe he's at De La Salle now, coaching wrestling. So good people.
Noah Harris sniffed out that reverse. Nice job. Bring up third and about 19. But yeah, you got to be happy because AD job's not. It's a thankless job.
Oh yeah, people notice when things go wrong.
Yes, yes, and ADs, you're happy when the team shows up and the officials show up, so you can have a game. And then the ticket takers, which a lot of that is electronic now, but the ticket takers and the workers and all that scoreboard, and there's just so much to it. You're putting on a show every day. There's an event,
right? Yep.
And it's there's a lot to it, and people don't realize it. And then of course you want high integrity programs that follow rules. Student athlete, student first. You want to be the Harvard type school of like the Big Ten, of the BWAC, and continue that high level of success, which there's no doubt in my mind that's going to continue under your direction.
Yep, and we've got good coaches that echo those same messages, that playing by the rules and getting our classroom stuff done first. I've got a ton of support from our coaches that we've got here. We've got great people.
Well, that's excellent. And the other thing that I always like is, you're homegrown. I'm a transplant, but I obviously married Kyle, who's home graduate from here, and so our roots are here and love it here. But it's tough to be homegrown, but it's also a great advantage to be homegrown because of the instant respect, trends, great family, great name, and you got the Evans is home great, so it's good.
Sean,
Sean. It's good because of that, because they know what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yep. The new ones, obviously, the new coaches stuff, you mentor and you help them, bring them along in that. But it's good to see that tradition continue. Inside handoff to Bergeron. He gains about 4. So what so far with your job, any surprises, just other than you running around a lot?
Yeah, it's You know, it's one of those jobs you gotta. I'm sure you felt the same way. You've got a to-do list, and then with the things piled on with it, usually you only get to about half of that, and you kick it to the next day. But like you said, I've got an awesome group of coaches. I got wonderful administrators in all 3 buildings that are always willing to step up and help out. And I got a secretary who's phenomenal, and I know you know that better than anybody. Having a great secretary makes or breaks this. Ooh.
Well, Benetti's pass falls a little bit short there to 1. That's he's got to step into that a little bit more. That's another good teachable moment.
Yep.
Another pick that Detroit Prep's going to say, what if? But yeah, you're right. Your secretaries, they're huge. You know, they're just like in all 3 buildings or an athletic department. You know, they are the unsung heroes that do a lot of work. But well, 21-0. You got to be happy with that outcome. Yeah. Fall sports are all going well so far.
Yeah, volleyball picked up a big win the other night. Soccer's looking pretty well. We got the boys moved over one of the old nets for me. We lost that.
I see that.
We lost one in the storm, so Drew Matiunas had a bunch of the boys carrying it over. They got it here, so we'll be hosting Croslex on Monday.
Okay.
So.
I just heard Croslex has like 900 kids in that school.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
wow.
They're up.
That's a lot. So I'm thinking here Misco is probably going to go hard count to get them off sides. First play of the game.
I saw that one.
Yeah, Detroit Prep wasn't disciplined. I'm sure their coaches over there are yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. Detroit Prep hasn't. We talked about why we're pooch kicking versus throwing it in tonight, or kicking it deep, you know, because they haven't been able to move the ball. So let's see what we do here. And I know you have things
Bergeron and Simmons there in the backfield.
Benetti rolling.
Waited just a little too long on that one.
Yeah, so they didn't get it. I think if he would have turned up the corner, he might have gotten it, but that's not Benetti's forte. So, but hey, you're welcome to stay. But if you gotta get going, I understand that as well.
Yep. No, I pop around here a little bit. I might pop up later.
Okay.
Later in the game. It's a beautiful view up here.
Oh, this is the best seat in the house. You know, I got spoiled being down for 15 years in the booth down here, and I got kicked out by Coach Ladd. Tremendous respect for Coach Ladd. When I first started in '98, coached with Coach Ladd and Coach Noose, and I was up here with Ed Delore.
Oh yeah,
you know, being the ears up here for Coach Noose. But this, besides if it's in the 30s, you can't beat this place right here.
Maybe let's see what we got in the budget. We'll get you a little igloo we can put up here. So, but thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure.
Yep. Hey, one quick question. Good timeout. Are you doing, because I know you're the Grand Parade announcer.
Yes.
Are you still doing it?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Okay,
I'll be, Caitlin Gordon and I will be next to Rick's shop tomorrow for the Grand Parade. So if you're someone watching this on YouTube, you can go to that Richmond TV page and you can look up that Grand Parade there. We got Jason Robbins here next to us filming. And he's been all over the place this weekend. This is one that's usually not on his agenda for the weekend, and he 3 things today. He's saying the children's parade. You and I were both there for that. I had to walk in that. Come up here.
You weren't there. Count Richmond was.
I was getting Count Richmond ready. Yeah. But then the Derby later tonight. Correct? Yes. This afternoon. Yep. So
yeah, Jason does a great job for the events. Yeah, and because I've always, you're the staple of that parade, and I was wondering what you were going to be doing. I unfortunately can't be there. My son's got kicking in the morning, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to make it back in time. And you know how it is if you don't get here.
Oh, if you don't get your seat today, you're sitting 2 or 3 deep along most of the main street. So,
all right.
Coach. Well, thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
Appreciate it.
So it's 1st and 10 after the 4th down, going for it. I'm surprised they didn't pass it there. Frick, 7 gets out of that, tries for 1 versus 1. Bernil 1-on-1. He had a little step, but didn't quite connect. Nice job by that quarterback standing in there. He was under pressure, and that pocket was collapsing around him.
After the completion, it's incomplete.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. A little surprised here that they did that. The wind is behind their quarterback, but that last drive, they were moving the ball fairly well. Off tackle a little bit with 5 and a little bit outside with 11. Probably 4-down territory here for Detroit Prep. Handoff 11 off tackle met by several Blue Devils. Bergeron.
Number 42, Bergeron. And 23, Burgack.
Bergeron, Aikens, Barlamucci in on that. 43 Peters also in on that. Shaking his fingers a little bit. You know, your fingers get beat up in the game of football, especially for linemen, defensive players. Your fingers get beat up. Joey Simmons is out there. Got hurt last week. Thumb, popped it back in place, couple stitches, bandaged it up. Tough kid out there right now, but Blue Devils showing, and then they back off. Harris. Fumbled, Frick recovered. He tried to jump. Ground did not cause it. It came out first. Oh, there's a flag. Don't know what it is. Delay a game against the Blue Devils by throwing the ball down and not getting it to the official. They kept asking for it, and he didn't get it because he kind of threw it. The official was not happy. He's got to probably, you know, this is one of those situations where everybody stands like, what's going on? Why is he doing that? So on and so forth. But, you know, we're not down there. We can't hear. And he might have been saying, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. And the kid throws it down. You know, that's another learning experience. You know, doesn't no harm. You're up 21-0. So that type of stuff can get corrected for when we're in tight ball games. Well, an error there by Detroit Prep. We have timeout, Blue Devils.
Timeout on the field, Blue Devils.
It's one of those quick change confusions there with the Blue Devils. Not sure they had the right personnel out there. These timeouts drive coaches nuts. Other things that get addressed or adjusted during film session. Film sessions are always interesting if you're one of the kids that wasn't paying attention or did something that needs correcting. Those are nerve-wracking days or times. So it'll be 1st and 10, Blue Devils on their own 48 with 3:18 to go. Misko up 21-0. I know he has the I want to score quick mentality in offense, but his quarterback throwing a couple ones that could have been, probably should have been picked off. He's probably a little nervous. Doesn't want to give Detroit Prep any momentum whatsoever going into halftime, especially giving Prep the ball after halftime starts. So Twins to the left, Benetti and shotgun Murphy motion near side. Handoff. Bergeron gains 3. Be 2nd and 7 in Blue Devil territory.
Need of about 3 on the play, so it's going to make it 2nd and 7. Ball at the Panther 49-yard line.
2:57, plenty of time to score. I believe the Blue Devils they've called one timeout. I believe they have one more left. Same formation. Murphy this time not in motion. Handoff, trap. 75 on the tackle, along with number 4. Bring up 3rd and 4 from the 46 of Detroit Prep.
Third down, about 4 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
Bergeron coming out. See what Blue Devils do. Bergeron, the running back, with Esslink being out. See a little play action pass here. We got Pastuchin and Graham far side, Northern near side. Benetti with the keep. Goes down.
Benetti with the keeper right there, brought down in the backfield.
Be 4th and 10.
By number 75.
Punt team's coming out.
Takes it back to the 48.
That play didn't look good from the start.
Devils.
A lot of pressure right away
So it's going to be 4th and 10.
on Benetti. Got 6 and 1 back. Simmons to punt. See how he is catching it with his thumb. Short kick. Lands on the 35. Takes a Richmond roll to about the 32-yard line with 1:04 to go. Well, it's a Saturday afternoon. Blue Devils are up 21-0. Playing a little sloppy. One defensive touchdown, or special teams, partially blocked from the end zone. The punter was standing in the end zone, partially blocked, rolled out to punted it. It hit about the 15, 16-yard line against the wind. The ball rolled to about the 8-yard line. Noah Harris picked that ball up and ran it in for a touchdown. And then Detroit Prep turned it over on downs, deep in their own territory, going for a 4th down to give the Blue Devils short territory. So opening drive for the Blue Devils, they looked sharp, drove it down the field, 60, 70 yards methodically, took up 6-7 minutes and scored. But since then, been a little stagnant. Number 7 throws it to 6. Browning, gain of about 3 yards. Nice play by Browning to contain number 6. 48 seconds to go. 2nd and 6. Not sure how many timeouts Detroit Prep has. I know they've used a couple. The wind is behind number 7. I'm not so sure that they're not going to be thankful and happy to be down just 21-0. With being outgunned in this first half so far. He drops back. The whole house is coming. Set up a screen to 11. It's going to be good for a first down. Number 7 to 11 with looks like 11 seconds to go. It's going to be a timeout here by Detroit Prep. Noah Harris might have saved a touchdown there. If 11 would have gotten past him, he might have been able to cut it against the grain, and he had nothing but green grass in front of him. So, barring an incomplete pass, out of bounds play, or a timeout, this could be the last play of the game. I'm not sure that Detroit Prep has any more timeouts. I think that might have been their last. 11 seconds to go, 21-0. Blue Devils on this good old days weekend, great weekend. Matt Ricks and his family and his crew do an excellent job getting Blue Devils good old days going. And I know they're always, it's bittersweet come Sunday night when it's over. They celebrate, but it's happy it's over, but it's bitter because I know they start right away, probably sign the contracts for next year and get her going again. Jason Robbins to my left. Twins near side and far side, single back, 7. Gets that snap. Not sure what that, throws it away. It's going to be 4 seconds on the clock. Not sure what that, it was someone in the student section with a horn. People are kind of looking up there, and Coach Trent will probably talk to him because he's not supposed to have artificial noisemakers. Everybody stops if they hear that. You might think it's a whistle or it's a timeout, something. This should be the last play, unless there's a defensive penalty, because there's always, if there's a defensive penalty, you march it off and then you have an untimed down. See what happens, same formation, 5 to 7's left. Looks like we have offsides on this side by Frick. They didn't call it. Throws it back. Nice play against the grain. That's going to be the end of the half, though. Nice play. Detroit Prep does finish the half. I don't know, not a lot of momentum, but that was a good play. That was a 10, 20, 40-yard pass. Could be dangerous. Good job there by the Blue Devil defense to be disciplined. Ladd probably said, hey, let's get deep, keep everything in front of us. In a normal game situation, that might go the distance because you don't have that much help back there. And there was a lot of help after Harris missed that tackle to bring him down to save what could have been a disaster. Blue Devils 21, University of Detroit Prep 0. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We have Matty Unis ready to tee it up. It looks like he got the okay to put it in the end zone here. I was looking at him talking with Misko. And there's a high end over end kick, and it lands in the middle of the end zone. Excellent kick. The beginning of the game, he's been pooch kicking, or a couple times we scored, he's been pooch kicking it because Prep hasn't really moved the ball. Their philosophy all year has been to kick it in the end zone and let them go 80 yards. Great decision here, I believe, because they're up 21-0. They were a little bit flat in that second quarter. They scored on a short field. They scored on a partially blocked punt, scoop and score on that punt by Harris. That's 14 right there. First drive, they drove it, about 60 yards and took off 6 minutes. But now you want to put these guys away. You want to get some of your other kids in there, get out of here with no injuries. Detroit Prep first and 10 from their 25. Nice little juke there. Gets outside. 42 Bergeron and 43 Peters. Gain of about 7. But make Detroit Prep go 80 yards. Okay, Detroit Prep has had decent field position in the first half, and they weren't able to muster up anything. They had a 35, 40-yard pass in the first half. That was a pretty good play, but other than that, they haven't really been able to move the ball much. They did get a little bit going on the ground, but nothing sustainable. So why not make them go 80? So Detroit Prep comes out of the huddle, flanker near side, far side, single back to the right of 7. Blue Devils in that 4-3. 11 bounce outside. I think that was designed to come outside, but he bounced it in. Nice run. Gets to about the 29. It'll be 3rd and 1. So number 45 down in there, that's Ben Wokey. He's been playing great football, just a sophomore. He's been playing great on the JV, getting some time in here with that 5th quarter rule. Twin backs this time under center. Good job there, Frick. See Frick and Harris. Well, see, that's a question that I'm wondering. All right, you're down 21-0. It's 3rd and 2. You're starting to get a little bit going on the ground, and you haven't been able to pass the ball much, and your quarterback's been under duress the entire game. You run back and you get sacked, 5-yard loss. Now it's 4th down and unmanageable, so you have to give the ball away. So questioning that call a little bit. So high snap, punt. Graham gets it. Ball's on the ground. Graham got it back.
47 brought down in there by number 6.
So they get the ball at about the 49-yard line. 9:29 to go. Blue Devils 21. Detroit Prep 0. Saturday afternoon. Good old days. Also commemorate our American flag, best flag in the world at half staff because of 9/11/2001. Jason Robbins to my left. I'm Keith Bartels, bringing you Richmond Varsity football on Good Old Days weekend. So we have Simmons in the H-back, Twins to the right, Benetti at quarterback, inside handoff to Bergeron. Number 6 played that well. Nice run by Bergeron. He did run it well. Nice job by the corner, though, to shed his blocker and get off his blocker to be able to force him out of bounds. If he didn't get off that blocker and Bergeron gets outside, that could have been 6. Good play. Gain of 12. 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the Panthers' 39-yard line. Twins near side. Benetti trapped near side. Big hole. Number 1 forcing Bergeron out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Holding Blue Devils.
Flag on the field.
Let's see here, they're marching it off from the spot. So after they march off that 10 yards, it'll be 1st down and 15.
Flag on the play.
So it was at about a 5-yard gain. It was about the 34-yard line. Marched off 10 to the 44. 1st and 15.
Still remains 1st down, 1st and 10.
On the Panther 44.
1st and 15.
This
Spotted at the Panther 44-yard line.
This might be a situation where they go to the air. Pastuchin near side. Simmons. Ball's on the ground. Benetti falls on it. Blue Devils going backwards here a little bit. Get it at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Be 2nd and 22.
And long. About 23. 2 and 23.
Gorgeous day. We got the Derby later on tonight. Fireworks, Grand Parade tomorrow. Jason Robbins running around, filming, producing, does a great job. He's got Benetti, Frick behind him. Handoff to Frick, big hole. Gains about 6 on that. It's going to end up being 3rd and 15. Frick just a sophomore. Good hard-working kid. Good to see him have some success. Northern running into play. Helicopter from the southeast sky heading right for us here. Sure, that's a good old days ride. Part of the activities around town. Twins near side. Benetti gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Nice catch. That was 3rd and 15. Nice catch by Simmons. Bobbled and then caught and secured it. Nice job. With a broken thumb. Well, not broken, it was dislocated in a splint. Nice catch. Twins near side. Frick behind Benetti. H-back Simmons near side. inside trap. Frick escaped 78, couldn't escape the rest of them. Give a shout out to the line, is doing a nice job in there. You got the sophomore Haynes at center. You got Mish and Durst in there. St. John as well. They've done a decent job all year. That's a tough position. You don't get your name in the paper. You don't get a lot of accolades. Those are tough, hard-nosed kids. Got Mish on the near side, Durst on the far side guard, St. John near side guard. Inside handoff to Frick again. Dancing a little bit there rather than hitting the hole. And I know Misko will be talking to him about that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
It's going to make it 3rd down and about 6. Ball spotted at the
79, Olson. I think this is his first game back. So big kids. You got Olson and Mish on the left tackles. You got Durst and St. John at the guards. And you got Haynes at center. Hard count again. 78, who's made some good plays. This can bring up 3rd and 1. Second illegal procedure by the Panthers. That's tough, and I know the coaches yell at you, got to watch the ball, watch the ball, watch the ball. This is 4-town territory, or will they bring in Matty Hughes to try a field goal? Good pitch and catch to Stricker, Benetti to Stricker. Gain of about 15. Ball at the 8-yard line.
From the Panthers' 8-yard line.
So, 1st and goal from the 8. Frick behind Benetti. Twins far side. Inside handoff. Frick dancing. Still on his feet. He's going to get there. Nice job. They had him, but they didn't wrap it up. Misko signaling 1. They had him. And I'm sure their film study over there for Detroit Prep is wrap it up, go to the whistle, because everybody froze kind of when they saw he was stopped. That kick is good. Getting a lot of pressure on there. Matty Unis did get hit a little bit on that, and that's always concerning. You don't want your kicker to get hit. 4:18 to go. Blue Devils 28, Detroit Prep 0. Putting the game away. Detroit Prep, they have to answer. They're building. They're 2-0. They're 2-0. Looks like they're going to end up being 2-1. They need to build for the next game. Build for. I'm not sure what division they're in, but if they're in a lower division, Blue Devils are usually in Division 5. If they're in 6, 7, or 8, they're going toe to toe with the Division 5 team. They're down 28-0. They've hung in there. Nice high end over end kick. Ball almost through the end zone. They should, after the next touchdown, see if he can kick it through the uprights. Got a nice wind behind him. Now's the time to do it. Great for a highlight film. Panthers 1st and 10 from their own 20. Down 28-0. They need something. Blue Devil defense led by Coach Ladd doing well, did well in week 1 too against St. Clair. Last week was a tough road to hold against an experienced, strong, tough Croswell team. Next week, Blue Devils travel to Yale. Quarterback drops back. He's going to take off. He drops the ball. He gets on it. Loss of about 4.
Loss on the play takes it back to the
Be 2nd and 14.
17-yard line. Loss of about 3.
Wondering again, you know, the Blue Devils defense has played tough here today, but the Panthers have had a little bit of success on the ground.
2nd and 13.
Just wondering why they went away from it a little bit, especially on that last series when it was third and 1 and got sacked for a 5-yard loss. Double twins, quarterback throwing, he's got 6. Nice tackle by Browning.
Number 6 down here.
Number 6.
By number 9, Browning.
That was a nice play. Gain of about 11. Bring up 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. I think we got player cramping up. It is hot on that field. It's warm. I mean, we're on a roof. We got a nice breeze behind us, so it doesn't feel as hot as it is, but we are on a rubber roof. And
down about 3 yards to go, ball spotted at the
that field
27-yard line.
is warm. It's got to be 10, 15 degrees hotter. You can see when you look on a distance, you can see the heat rising from that field. Doesn't take long to get dehydrated, and I'm sure that was a cramp. Kyle Peters out there to help him. Everyone clapping, showing great sportsmanship. Nice to see Kyle jump out there right away, help him out. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. 3 and 17 to go. Crucial play. I believe the Panthers need to keep something going, burn some of that clock, and move that ball to build for their next game learning experience. And also, if they don't, they're in jeopardy of this one getting away from them and having it be a running clock. 35-0 would be a running clock. That's one score away. See if they pass it here, if they stick with the run. They pass it. Nice play. 12.
And 7's pass is complete to 12, getting it up to about the 35-yard line.
Harris knocks
Brought down by Harris
knocks
out there.
12 down. Good for about 7 yards. Good for a Panther
Getting it up
first
for a
down.
Panther first down as the ball's
That might be their first down of the game.
8-yard gain on the play.
2 and 38 to go, third quarter. Third quarter, we're usually dark right now, but this is a Saturday afternoon game, good old days weekend. Pickup game for Algonac not having a team. Draw play. That's a good call there, but sniffed out well. Probably a little slower than normal or awkward in developing. Good call, though, but that Blue Devil defense was all over it. Loss of 4 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 14. But if anything, that first down for the Panthers saved the game from getting away from them as far as a running clock goes. I don't know the head coach's name on the other side, but he's got a shirt and tie on, old school football coach. That's always awesome to see. 7 drops back. He's under pressure. He gets outside. That's not going to make Coach Ladd happy. Throws the ball to number 6. 6 is going to get out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That's a situation where good up 28-0. It'll be a good teachable moment because you got to keep your receivers inside. Attack outside in. They get outside. Things like that can happen. Good discipline by the Panthers not having an illegal man downfield. As number 7 was running for his life there a little bit. 1 and 29 to go. Panthers in Blue Devil territory on the Blue Devil 48-yard line. Snap, 7, looking, has his man, 12. Harris, nice discipline, gain of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6. 57 seconds to go. A few Armada kids here I saw earlier. They played last night. They beat a good Marine City team, but then they lost last night to Croswell. At Croswell. Croswell, the leader of the BWAC, tied. There's a hold by number 7. Number 77 was holding. Got away with it. That might be one of those 28-0 look the other way plays. 27 seconds to go, 3rd and 6. So the BWAC, Blue Water Area Conference race is still, Blue Devils not out of it, of course, because there's some teams that could beat each other up. Blue Devils need some help, hoping that Croswell gets beat. But after beating an Armada team last night, they're looking like the favorite. But don't count out North Branch. North Branch beat Yale 55-0. That North Branch team is tough. Incomplete pass. Again, I'm surprised they haven't ran the ball much here. They've had success. 4th and 6, 20 seconds to go. Bernil coming out, Graham going back. There's no way they're punting this. They're going for it, down 28-0. They have nothing to lose. Graham will come out here and play corner on 1. Certainly capable. Inside pressure. Pass to number 5. This is going to be close. Got the first down. Good scrambling ability. It's going to be the last play of the half. 4 seconds to go. Panthers won't be in any hurry.
For the Blue Devils.
So 4th and 6, they get enough. Nice play there by the quarterback to keep his feet moving, keep the play alive. A couple times it looks like they had him dead in his tracks, but he was able to scramble away, and 5 was just in front of enough, and tackles and contact was made short of the first down, but he powered his way. Panthers have something going here. Good Old Days weekend. Grand Parade tomorrow. Derby this afternoon. Grand Parade has the most bands, the largest with the most bands in the state of Michigan. Matt Ricks and family, the Good Old Days Committee and Festival meet all year to make it a great event. It's the weekend after Labor Day. Jason Robbins does a great job of capturing that. He'll be filming and has his crews out today, and he'll be out again. And he was throwing a curveball this week when this game was picked up on Thursday. Again, playing Detroit Prep because Algonac didn't have a varsity team. Their JV came in the other night. Big kids and quite a few juniors on the team, and Coach Day and staff beat the Algonac JV 19-0. So that JV team is 3-0. Blue Devils varsity looking to go 2-1 here. Oh, you hate to see that if you're a Panther fan. It was just the end of the 3rd quarter, start of the 4th quarter. You're on the Blue Devil 36-yard line, 1st and 10. And you have to waste a timeout because you're not ready after the quarter switch. That will give coaches gray hair. And that will be a film breakdown learning moment for the Panthers. Could be a coaching moment as well. You know, it might not necessarily have been the players. It could have been the coaches. Somebody wasn't on the right page in the game, cost them a timeout. Down 28-0. I doubt that timeout will come back to hurt them. But if this was a close game, those timeouts are crucial. Devils like the end of the first half. They had that 40-yard pass. Now, there was only 4 seconds when the play started, but if you would have had 20, 30 seconds, you would have been deep into Blue Devil territory, but you had to burn your timeouts earlier in the game. Those are the type of stuff that coaches evaluate themselves and want to improve as well. 7, Twins right and left, hands it off. It's a pass. He's got a guy open. 42, Bergeron didn't bite. One was a little bit open, but it would have taken a very good pass in the right spot. It wasn't one of those flea flicker great plays. 11 and 52. Panthers, wind at their back, strong wind. Blue Devils defending the north end. High snap. Blue Devils not wrapping up. 5 gets outside. He could be all the way. They had him stopped. It's a touchdown. They had him wrapped up in the backfield. 2 or 3 guys didn't finish, didn't wrap up, and that was similar to a play earlier on the Panthers' end. They should have wrapped them up. The Panthers should have wrapped up the Blue Devil Frick, and everybody stopped once they saw a couple guys had him, and when he breaks free, you're kind of flat-footed and you can't recover. Same thing happened there. Blue Devils thought he was wrapped up. Panthers going for 2. Could see a quarterback draw here. Spread them out and go. He had it. Ball's tipped. It'll fall incomplete, so 2 points is no good. Blue Devils 28, University of Prep 6. Prep will be kicking off to the Blue Devils. Well, if you're Prep, you have life. There is a lot of game left. 28-6. Outside of a short field for the Blue Devils and a block punt touchdown, this game's closer. Those 2 mishaps. See if the Blue Devils can get anything going. When Prep breaks down film, they're also going to say, what if they would have had 2 of those interceptions, because one of their interceptions would have stopped the Blue Devils' first touchdown. (11:37), 28-6. Harris and Graham are back. They're standing at their own 20. See what they do here. Straight on kicker. He's going to toe it. Hits it right at Graham at the 20. Nice catch. He's got a seam. Number 6 trips up at the, gets tripped up at the 28-yard line. He had a seam. You could see it from here. 11-29. I'm not sure our clock operator was on it. Benetti coming out. Great field position set up by Graham. Nice job catching that line drive kick. Not easy to do. Catches it, had a seam. Benetti throwing against the wind now. I'm sure we'll get a steady dose of Bergeron here. Inside handoff. Bergeron cuts back. Tackled by 15. Gain of 4. Bring up 2nd and 6. Pasco want nothing more than to score here, kind of put this game away so he can play some other kids and save some injuries. Twins near side. Benetti dropping back to pass. Throws it up.
Benetti's pass intended for Graham goes incomplete.
Him and his receiver not on the same page on that one. It is tough to throw into that stiff wind. It's 3rd and 6. Not sure they're in field goal range here with that stiff wind. They'd have to take it back at about the 31-yard, a 41-yard field goal. They were making 45-yarders before the game started and at halftime, but a little bit different when you have a snap and a hold. Simmons motions near side, handoff to Bergeron. Gain of about 2. Took a couple Panthers to take him down. It's going to be 4th and 4 from the 22-yard line. 4th and 3. Got to get to the 4th and 4. They got to get to the 18-yard line. They're on the 22. Clock's still going. We're at 10. This is a big play for Detroit Prep. If they can stop them here and score quick, get right back in this game. Benetti back to pass. Ball hits the ground. Graham's not arguing. So they'll take over on the 22-yard line. That was, I think you heard it hit the ground. We'll see when we break the film down on that, but Benetti's got to stop, plant his feet, square up his shoulders, and fire that in there. 7, Twins left and right, single back to his right, gets the snap, gets it to 1. 1 breaks away. Ball was on the ground, but I think he was down. Clock keeps going with 9 and 27. 2nd and 5. Blue Devils going to get the win. They should get the win and going to get some points that they need, but I think they got some work to do in the film room here. This is the good games to get stuff for the film room, though, is when you win, you can be hard on your kids and correct things and give some constructive criticism. Nice play by Wilkie. Got right in there. Loss on the play. He's quick.
Ball carrier brought down in the backfield.
Bring 3rd.
45.
And bring up 3rd and 8.
Loss on the play. Back, so
nice play there.
For the Panthers. Ball on there.
8:26 to go. Peters coming in for Simmons. That's a good move. You're up 28-6. He's got that hurt thumb. Same formation. 7 drops back under pressure. Peters. That's a fumble. Oh, he's calling them down. He's calling them down. I'm wondering if his butt was down. Not sure.
So it's going to make it 4th and long.
I'm sure they're going to punt from here from their own 14-yard line. just shy of the 15. Panthers need to be careful here because you don't want to punt it to Graham. Very good returner. See the snap. Snap, he's faking it. He's got room. He gets the first down. Nice play. Another film. Get the film session. Giving up that. Panthers have nothing to lose on that, but they certainly didn't contain the edge. (28-6). Good win, needed win. They had a win regardless because of the forfeit from Algonac, but you need the playoff points. Hand off to number 5. Nice couple Dukes. Still on his feet. He's got one man to beat. This could end up being a game. Taken down at the 30. There's a flag. What we're going to do, chain gang's moving, and they shouldn't have. Not sure what that was. Might have been, that's not where the chains were. They're going to have to figure this out. It's going to be first down. 10.
Takes the ball back to the Markov. Crackback block, illegal.
A crackback.
First down takes it back to the 45-yard line of the Panthers.
It'd be a first down. Illegal block there. Six and 18.
First and 10.
Ended up being a 25-yard penalty because he got down to the 30. Wyatt, what are they going to call? Incomplete pass. He did throw it forward.
Quarterback's pass goes incomplete on that rush on the play by Peters.
It was an incomplete pass. His arm was moving forward. You don't like it, but should be intentional grounding. So it'll be second and 10. Panthers get away with one there.
Second and 10. Ball spotted on the 48.
That's should be on the 45. Should be on the 45-yard line. They got it. I'm not sure if he had one of his backs next to him within 10 yards, they could say he had a receiver there. That might be the explanation that Hartley's given. I don't understand why the ball's on the 48-yard line when it was first and 10. Number 11, there's a hold. He got it. It's going to be holding on 71.
About the 50 before he's brought down by Harris and Bernil. Flag on the play.
71. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Flag on the play as a hold against the Panthers. From the 45, he's going to take it back.
It should have been from the line of scrimmage, which was the 48, but they're going to go further than that. As the holding happened at about the 47, 48-yard line, so the Blue Devils get a little bit of a break there with a couple of yards, but 5 and 20 to go. Blue Devils 28-6. It's a good win. Some sloppiness though. Unable to put this team away. Will be some good coaching moments for Misko and the crew. Number 7 back. Gets the snap. He's been under pressure. Incomplete. Threw it in the ground. Bring third and about 20 from their own 35. Good Old Days weekend, a lot going on. Jason Robbins on camera and producer. Beautiful day. This will make the Blue Devils 2-1. Looking to stay in that Blue Water Area Conference race next week at Yale. And looking to hunt the playoffs. Pass is complete. Gain of about 10 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 10. Number 11, Finkbeiner on the tackle.
4 and 10, ball spotted at the Panther 45-yard line.
Fourth and 10. Big play for the Panthers if they want to stay in this game and have a chance. Time is of the essence for the Panthers. Twins near side and far side. 7 shotgun, 5 to his left. He's under pressure. Throws it. It's good for a first down.
Number 9 brought down by Verneal down here, but not until he gets the ball to the Blue Devil 45-yard line, which would be enough for the Panther first down. Looks like gain of about 11 on the
Blue
play.
Devils
So it's going to make it 1st and 10 Panthers with the ball spotted.
fail to get off the field,
44-yard line.
giving the Panthers hope. Time is a concern for them. A lot of different kids in there for the Blue Devils. Secondary pretty much, except for Finkbeiner. Same formations, Twins right and left. 5 to the left of 7. High snap, inside handoff.
And number 5 with a handoff brought down immediately.
43, Peters.
43, Peters.
Nice play, loss, 2nd and 14.
Play takes it back to somewhere around the 48, 49-yard line of the Blue Devils. Going to be spotted at the 48, so loss on the play of about 4, 2nd and 14.
Two and 44. Time of the essence. Panthers not moving or hustling as fast as they can. Some urgency. They have timeouts left. Blue Devils, one of their touchdowns on special teams, short field. Fumble on the play. Peters gets the fumble. 2 and 12 to go.
Ball being spotted at the Panthers 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Richmond.
Panthers not coming out. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11. They're coming out now. This will be a steady dose of Bennett. This will be a steady dose of Bergeron. They won't be putting the ball in the air.
Bergeron with the ball getting down inside. Brought down by number 15.
Just short, brings 2nd and 1.
Gain on the play looks like about 9 yards, so it's going to make it 2nd and 1. Ball at the Panthers 38-yard line.
And 40 to go. Get a first down here. They can just run the clock out. And there it is.
with a hand
That's a
off
first
the
down.
First down marker. Brought down by number 21 for the Panthers. That'd be enough for a Blue Devil. First down. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line of the Panthers.
1 and 20 and counting. Panthers not calling their timeouts. Schweiger behind Benetti. Handoff. Gain of about 9. Bring up 2nd and 1. 50 seconds. Probably only have to snap it one more time.
Enough for a Blue Devil first down. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
This will be most likely the last play. Just a simple handoff up the middle. And that will be the end of the game. Blue Devils don't have to snap it again. 20 seconds. Blue Devils 28. The University of Detroit, or Detroit Prep, 6. This makes the Panthers 20, or makes them 2 and 1, and the Blue Devils now 2 and 1. They need the playoff points. Good win for the Blue Devils. They play a team. It will be an angry team next week at Yale. Yale losing last night to North Branch, 55-0. It will be a facing an upset Yale team at Yale. Not an easy place to play. Got to win that one to stay in the Blue Water Area Conference race. After that is an Imlay City team that's struggling at home. That is homecoming. And then the gauntlet starts. You got North Branch, Almont, and Armada. 3 very good football teams. Blue Devils need to fine-tune some things, get some things straightened out in the next 2 weeks against Yale and Imlay City before they play those 3 powers. Blue Devils 28, Detroit 6. Keith Bartels, Jason Robbins bringing you Richmond Varsity Football. Good old days weekend. Go Blue.